to downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
I love how you use the word fortuitous there, because as that popped up, he just happened.
The first play of the game, man. Are you serious? Yeah, exactly. Goodness gracious, exactly, brother.
To be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Makes the score Cardinals 7, Buccaneers 0.
Bro, I was so focused on making him stay in bounds there, bro. I was like, gotta score that.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry for Rashad White. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This defense for the Cards, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Run. 3rd and 5.
180! Hurry! Real. Alert!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards.
What a start for me, bro.
Field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Huge carry for their fullback. The 20. 5. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Buccaneers, nothing. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title.
Why'd you pause it, bro? No worries. What position? Bet.
And you're right. You love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They stay on the ground with White. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Pistol. Good. Hurry. 180. Regular. Up. What's that?
Here's Mayfield. That'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense, and this unit very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Run. 180. Kings. Done.
Mayfield looks to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Let's go, brother.
Across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
27 yards there, a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Now Murray off play action. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10.
Alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. Pistol, pistol. Up, up. Stop.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Walter Nolan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hurry, hurry. Kings, Kings, Kings. Run, run, run. Point it right, point. Real, real, real. Watch, watch.
To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's White. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Buccaneers at 9-2 to start play. And they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week up to a really, really hot start.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Alert, alert! Hey, alert 30! 180! Hurry! Pistol, pistol, pistol. Watch out!
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play fake. Murray. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Deuce. What?
Play action. Now it's Murray. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Pistol. Hey, alert 33. What's that?
Following the interception, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
King.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Point it right. Alert. Real. What's that?
Now Mayfield. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
White. Touchdown. Buccaneers.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. James Conner, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Cardinals 21, Buccaneers 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out.
Big strides, look at him go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. great play there. 76 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
From the 41, here's a second down and 4.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Shotgun now for Murray. They'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a second and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Murray again. This is Connor. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 116 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Murray.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Escaping the pressure right. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. The quick slant caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
The kick by Bass is good.
And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
180. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Opting to run again here with White. Not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
20.
Mayfield down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Good. Real. 180. Kings. Point it right. Regular. What's that?
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Will find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Good. What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
2nd and 15.
Real. Good. 180.
Running out of the gun with White. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hurry. Hurry.
Mayfield. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Gary Williams. And the Cards are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So there was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flush to his right. To Connor on the check down. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now it's Connor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Murray. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Hey, alert them! 180! Run. Hey, alert!
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. Second down and 8.
King!
Brings up second and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Alert! Real. Up, Start!
From the gun, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second and 9. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be
pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving him a yard up to the 42.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Connor up the middle.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Oh, what a great job defensively to stack things up. They were committed to stopping the run. They knew it was coming. And now it looks like they should get the football back as they force an important 3 and out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Johnson to return it.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. 52 yards rushing for them now to this point.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little game. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 82 yards. And the Buccaneers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Oh, 100.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent 1st half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7. Running right on the option is Murray.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Murray going to fire one out wide. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now 2nd and 4. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get your reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard.
They'll run for it with Connor. And a broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Again, a run with Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Here comes 2nd down.
Murray to throw.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back to throw. Murray.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Let's go! Let's go!
To throw is Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
31. Buccaneers 28. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Real. 6. 20. Kings. Stop.
Here's Baker. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, alert! What's that?
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. And the Cards are going to win this football game here in overtime. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for Arizona, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers,